fucking Saturday night, god damn it! Saturday night here, chilling out. Oh my god. Glorious day to us all. Glory to every single one of you. I've not even got my right background. What is this casual nonsense? Piss off. Boo! Yeah, there we go. Piss off. Get out of here. We don't want that stuff. Jesus Christ, what a wonderful day. My family returned home after a week in exile so I could get work done with you guys, which was great. And obviously, I took them shopping, which means I was out in public with the rest of the people, with the low people, you know, everybody who's beneath me. I look upon them with scorn and distaste. Jokes aside, though, but I did get to take quite a lot of pictures. Very normal for me now. I don't know, that's become like a normal part of my life. I go out into the real world. I have to be prepared at any moment that I might have to take some selfies. So don't be afraid to come and say hi, because I'm pretty sure one of them have been watching me for a long time of following me around. That's creeping me out. That's what's going to creep me out. If you're going to follow me around a shopping centre for a while, that's creepy. Just come and say hi. It's fine. It's no problem. You don't follow me around. Don't do that. Don't follow me around for like 30 minutes building up the courage and stuff. I'm not going to eat you. I've got the chubby cheeks. I'm not going to eat you. I promise you. I promise. Not in front of the kids anyway, right? That's like a safety net. When you think about it, I'm likely not to do anything horrible. But yeah, I got to take like 2 or 3 selfies today. It was fucking awesome. It was so nice to see people out and about. Wonderful for me. Also, if you check down below, because Battle for Azeroth is 4 months away, apparently. 4 months away. It's fast, isn't it? It's fast because the zones don't work yet. But I think they do for Blizz. I just don't think they do for us. I think Blizzard is way ahead. I actually think it's way ahead internally. And I've got a little video coming to this because it's a gut feeling. Feel free to make a thread. It's all right. It's all good. But I've got a good feeling that our alpha and beta testing might not be up to that much of a snuff. I don't think they're watching that closely this time around. But what it does mean is we're running out of time for something really important, ladies and gentlemen. We are desperately running out of time for something crucially important. And that, my friends, is skins. Yeah, you heard it right there. Skins. So, our transmog god himself, Mr. Ghosty, is taking it upon himself, and it's definitely not because he needs to get them as well, to do things like heroic kill Jaden as much as possible for those of you who want to grab those skins and get all those kind of achieves and shit done before the next expansion. So we'll be doing things along those lines. So if you need to, I think he's starting with heroic kill Jaden, because loads of you have done mage towers and whatnot, and you need to get the heroic kills and stuff like that with those characters and the alts you've been leveling. So he's going to be running that stuff next week. He's going to start it next week. I think on the schedule it's down for Wednesday. I think from Wednesday we're going to start collecting and hoarding as much cosmetic shit that will be either just more difficult or, you know, might be a bit of a pain in the ass to get in BFA. So you can get that stuff done. So we'll be running runs like that next week for a couple of days while I make the next big video. Oh, shit, that's right. It's in the schedule. I've got 2 days to crack on with it, which is a lifetime in this business, man. 2 days just to make one video? Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, but that's not why we're here right now. So Friday was a bit of a kick in the teeth. My family was coming home, and also I received some news just before drama time, which really depressed me, heavily depressed me, and did not make it so I wanted to sit in front of you wonderful people and make you smile, because I was a sad panda. I was a very sad panda, and I was like, fuck, man. I can't be I am not in the mood to entertain people right now in any way, shape, or form. But now I am. Now I'm feeling good because I've spent time with my children's and my waifu, and all is bad in the world. All is good in the world, sorry. So, I think the Patreons will forgive us for this one off the cuff, where we use the chat for names. So I need some girls. I need 2 girls, and I need 3 boys. 2 girls, 3 boys. Where's my girls at? Zoe. Let's get Zoe in. Who else we got? Where's my girls at? Yeah, you're all claiming you're girls. You're full of shit, man. Unless you have an overtly feminine name, you've not got a chance. I mean, don't hide. Don't hide. Zoe says no. Okay. Zoe doesn't want in. She says no. Yeah, it's too damn fast now. Fuck. I've well fucked this up. I should have just done it without asking. God damn it. It's not we'll go with Ilanak. Ilanak's a guy, I'm pretty sure. But still, doesn't matter. Let's have Sunder. Let's have my boy Sunder. Let's have Yashi. Hey, Yashi. And let's have Starcaller, because he's just doing Kappa faces at me. And he thinks he's hilarious. Thinks he's a funny motherfucker. Not on my watch. God damn it. Not on my watch. We'll change... we'll change Zoe to Valorant. Yeah. Why not? Zoe doesn't even want it, so fuck her. Get out. Not welcome. Not welcome. Right. There's a couple of stories here, because it's Saturday night, right? So for the UK, it's evening time now. It's nearly 8 p.m. at night, which means it's usually web show time. So I've picked some stories that are a little bit more adult, maybe, and certainly ones that are, might have some... I want your thoughts on it. Right? I need a judgment of the people. So consider yourselves like a court, right? You're on the jury, and we can decide where we're going from this, okay? We can decide what we're doing here. Okay, here we go. The cute little spammer. Aw, the cute little spammer. What a tale this will be. Hello, Preacher, Big Hairy Brofist from that Team Sweden. I know we've got some Swedes in the chat. A Sly Magosty. He's not here, unfortunately. He's with his family. To the man on your right. I raid with my girlfriend. Red flags right off the bat. Retarded decision. Yeah, that's just going to lead to some sort of war. That's crazy. But if it works for you, as it proved at BlizzCon, when all these couples came up to me and told me how much of a bastard I was for denouncing couples guilds. I raid with my girlfriend Valorant, and a lot of friends, some IRL, some just from WoW, in a Swedish mythic guild on an EU server. I've been raiding since vanilla, nerd. Right? And apart from a break during Cataclysm, really? During Dragon's Soul. I've been playing steadily. However, this expansion is personally the best for me so far, as I've finally taken the step up from casual raiding to raiding on that mythic difficulty with an F. We are in no way a hardcore guild. Aha! That's where you're wrong, sir. Because if you are raiding, mythic raiding, you are in fact pretty hardcore. I know you don't want to admit it, and you'd like to live that ice cream casual life. But you're raiding in the top 1% of everybody who plays this game. You fucking nerd. What a geek. Might as well grow a beard. Bet you've already got one, haven't you? Right? Nerd. Fucking geek. Get out of here. We managed to get 5 out of 9 in TOS. Mistress? Is Mistress 6? I think so, right? Mistress, Maiden, Avatar. Yeah, Mistress. And when we started our mythic raiding, we are currently at 6 out of 11 in Antorus. What's 6? Kingarath? You got that. Now bring on the drama. In preparation for Antorus, some of our core raiders decided that they needed a break for various reasons. So the officers decided to bring in some new blood. Enter Ilanak. Enter Ilanak, the new Resto Shaman, who would fill my spot since I was going to make the switch to my main Undead Male Warlock Masterclass Master Race combo. She was very adamant that everyone in the guild must know I'm a girl. We thought nothing of it. And Valoron was really excited to have a second vagina in the guild, since we hadn't had one since Nighthold. However, little did we know, things were about to go down. Valoron and I started to play a lot with Ilanak, for the aforementioned reasons. However, we quickly realised that our girl Ilanak is a little bit odd. Hey up. This one's... Uh-oh. We got a crazy one, boys. We got a crazy one. Now, I don't know what's acceptable social behaviour. Maybe I'm asking in the wrong place. Maybe we're asking in the wrong place. But we Swedes, so Team Sweden, back him up or shoot him down here. But we Swedes are usually pretty socially conservative towards people we don't know. Is that true? Is that true, Sweden? Are you pretty reserved? Yeah, but hold it back a little bit, right? A little bit, we keep it cash. We don't like going a bit too far. Yeah? That's how we like it. You're not going to meet someone for the first time and do the UK tradition of, what up, you cunt, right? Just to test the waters. You're not going to do that. 100% true. Ice cold. Okay, not cold. There you go. Ilanak, however, was not. She would routinely talk mad smack and generally be quite a loud person. Fine, I thought. She seems a little odd, but there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I told myself, unaware of the shitstorm she would stir up, just shy of 3 weeks in the guild. So, Ilanak's going to last 3 weeks in this guild. Everything started when I was not even by the computer. I talked to Valoran one day, and she told me that Ilanak had been talking shit about Sunder, our holy paladin. Both me and Valoran thought this was odd. Sunder was one of our best healers. He did 22 to 24 M+. After a quick talk about this with our friend Yashi, yeah, who is an officer and had been in the same M+15 as Ilanak and Sunder, it quickly came to light that it was her tank friend who had decided to pull way bigger packs than anyone could expect to clear, who accidentally had caused them to Dr. Depleto a Guild 15. Okay, so she's a bit of a blame deflector, right? Bit of a blame deflector. It's not her fault, it must be everybody else. It's not her friend's fault, it must be everybody else. We've all been there. I would, for fear of being seen as a sexist prick, I have anxiety problems, decide to give her the benefit of the doubt, right? We're going to give her the benefit of the doubt. However, this behavior continued. She would routinely bring in friends as pugs and then blame everyone else when she or they fucked it up, causing the key to be Dr. Depleto. It got to the point where I just said, fuck it. I'm just not going to play. I'm not playing a minute more than our 6-hour-a-week raid time with this woman. I thought I could just keep this up and just try not to be an arsehole to her, right? She's not very good. We'll just leave it there. We'll move on with our lives. Very wise, very sound decision. Now, since I had opted out of doing M+ with Ilanak, I was not there to witness this firsthand. But Valoran was doing a key with Ilanak and our IRL friend and our guildie, Starcaller. Now, there's something we all need to know about Starcaller, okay? Something we all need to know about Starcaller. Starcaller has a pretty severe stutter when he speaks. Happens. Okay. When Ilanak heard Starcaller stuttering, she decided to call him her cute little spammer. And when he would start speaking and start stuttering, she would ask him to stop spamming. Now, I don't know. I don't know what we do at this point, right? Because I know I wouldn't do that. I think that's pretty fucking terrible. I think that's a pretty fucking awful thing to do, in my mind. I just know that even if that thought entered my head and it popped in there, that I wouldn't say that or think it may be, in fact, a rather cute name to give to the man. Now, our man asks again. Now, I don't know if this is just a Swedish thing, but when someone has a stutter, in my mind at least, you just let them take their time and finish. And you don't really mention it. I agree. Like, we encounter people who stutter. It's not a big deal, right? So thought Valeron and Starcaller. So they were both kind of taken aback by this name calling. Later, when Valeron mentioned it to me, I was starting to get angry at this woman. I still wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt and hoped maybe it was a poor choice of words or just a slip up. Right? Once again, I was wrong. Now, this all culminated when Valeron came home from a party with our IRL friends, which I, due to some anxiety problems, had decided to stay at her place instead of joining her. Valeron came home and revealed that the cute little spammer comment had not been a slip-up or anything of the sort. Valeron had been talking to Starcaller at the party, and he told me that Ilanak had been calling him a spammer instead of his name for quite some time. Now, Preacher, I'm not a man that's easy to anger. But one thing that gets me mad is when people act like dicks to people I care about. And I lost my shit. Had I not been at my girlfriend's place, and rather at home at my own computer, I would have shoved my verbal boot so far up that woman's ass she'd been spitting out her own teeth. Luckily for Ilanak, I wasn't at my house or my own computer. Instead, what happened is that Valeron logged in and sent a well-worded whisper to our raid leader and officer, to which the reply was a simple, "That's not good." Followed swiftly by, "I'll bring this up with the officer team." Oh yeah, we've taken it all the way to the top. It's going to the officer team. The next day on Discord, I was with Starcaller and Valeron. Starcaller went AFK to make some dinner, only to come back to some private messages on Discord from Ilanak. Here follows the translated transcript. Now, I'm not going to stutter, fuckers. Right? It's typed. It's a Discord message. Okay? I'll try and do the voice. But I'm not going to stutter. Alright, so it opens with Ilanak with a... It's an unhappy emoji. "I feel hurt. Thank you for ignoring me and not telling me how you really feel." Oh, she's the victim. She's the victim. Wow. All I did was call you a spammer because of your stutter, and you didn't tell me to stop. Now don't I look like a dick? Don't I? Now you can put it on me now, right? Now you've put it on me. And the other voice, of course, is our friend Starcaller. "It's not that I'm ignoring you. I can see now that you wrote, but I was doing M+, and then went to make some food. I didn't pay much attention to what's being written in Discord, that's all." So obviously she's annoyed that the messages weren't being replied to instantaneously. "Feels like you're ignoring me. And I was so hurt that you didn't dare tell me how you really felt. I have declined all the raids, and now I lost my rank because of this." Oh, poor her. Oh, no. I think we should give her forgiveness, don't you? The thing is that I didn't know how to react because no one has ever talked about my stutter and certainly not called it spam. Why would they? Why would that ever happen? And other people have reacted and asked the officers and me what we thought about it, and I got pulled into the officer channel yesterday and they asked me about it. As for your rank, I don't know anything about that. "I've been demoted now because I don't feel like raiding anymore because my emotions are so confused about what has transpired." Oh. Boys, I don't know. "I'm truly sorry if my way to talk about your handicap as something that I find super cute, and God, everything positive I see in it. It is wrong. I'm sorry if I really show my love that way." She's showing love. No, I think we should take it back. Calling somebody who stutters a spammer is love. You guys are wrong, man. Like, so wrong. Like, if you see anybody with a handicap, think of a cutesy name, call it them all the time, and tell people that's how you show love. Right? No, you guys are misjudging by miles. RGMX told me that my way of doing things is negative. Can you imagine being that GM? For even a moment. Imagine this is what you're presented with. You just want to raid in a video game. That's all you want to do. You just want people to show the fuck up. That's all you can ask for as a GM. Just turn the fuck up to the raid. No, I don't need to deal with this shit. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to bother you or the guild anymore. After I've been demoted, I have nothing to stay for in this guild. I was fucking amazed that she pulled the victim card. But in the immortal words of our feral DPS upon hearing about all of this, cry me a fucking river. That's feral for you, baby. Savage raw right there. Cry me a fucking river. She left the guild later this day. And as an extra bonus for all of you, she wrote in trade chat, looking for new guild, and said she was 11 out of 11 heroic. Even though she was yet to kill Argus. She hasn't even got curve. Maybe she is a victim. Ah? Who's the real victim here? Right? She hasn't got curve. I've got curve. You've probably got curve. She hasn't got curve. And she's saying she's got curve. In the aftermath of all this, I decided to do some digging and find out what our GM had said that was so terribly negative. And alas, that too seems to be blown out of proportion, shockingly, by our dear departed Resto Shaman. As the closest I could get was ooh, Yashi, who had seen the chat log and told me that he basically had told her that it would be good if she stopped calling him her cute little spammer. And maybe she should apologize. It was literally 2 sentences, which in Yashi's words were just our DGM being a bit of bitch about the whole thing. That was my little drama story, preacher. But watch out. Look out for these people, even if they're from the usual places of Team Sweden. Now, I've only ever really played extensively with one Swede. He wasn't a particularly nice guy, so I don't know, maybe we should put out a warning to everybody. I think we should probably do that. That you should just stay away. I'd love to know what the Swedes think of that. Whether that's a good strategy to employ, right? Because honestly, one minute they're a zookeeper, the next minute they're just fucking spamming all day, which is really bad. Okay, we didn't really use Yashi or Sunder really. Let's use Yashi again. And Sunder. Yeah, we'll use those 2 as well. I need 2 more names. Boys. We need boys. I need boys. Can I have some boys on a Saturday night? Can you guys provide me boys? This is the one where I need you guys to be in session. So if you could all don your wigs and your capes, I would appreciate that a hell of a lot. I really would. Alright, one of them's a druid. I'm gonna go with Jax. And oh, Mr. Smooth Ice. Yes. Smooth Ice. Mr. Smooth Ice. There we go. Mr. Smooth Ice. Alright. How I got kicked. Now, I genuinely need you guys to be in session for this one, because I'm not convinced that sometimes when you write a drama story, obviously a lot of people exaggerate some things in their drama story to make it a little bit more entertaining, right? As if none of you would ever do that. But sometimes people write me stories where they actually really fucked up and they're not quite sure where they fucked up, but it looks like they got shit on a little bit. So let's see what's going to go on here. Holler from Team Strider! Sup, cunt? This is my story and how I got kicked from my guild that I'd been raiding with for over a year. At the time, I was raiding as a Shadow Priest. I'm currently 17 years of age and in my last year of high school. However, this story is set 3 weeks after Tomb of Sargeras released. My guild was 9 out of 9 heroic and looked to be going mythic. That's right. We only raided Saturday, Sunday for 3 hours with an optional Friday, which was mostly reserved for our casuals and trials. So we were having trouble clearing our farm and getting into mythic. The guild raid times probably look horrendous to some of you, but as a high schooler that cannot reliably raid on weekdays, they were pretty much perfection. A bit of backstory, the other Shadow Priest, Yashi, who I was great mates with, quit our guild just before Tomb launched to join a more serious and more progressed guild. What a fucking bastard. How dare you, Yashi. Now, I must tell you that every raid tier throughout Legion, we had the same problem. The same problem. We clear normal the very first night. We would clear heroic 2 to 3 weeks, max. And then it would take us at least another month to get a first mythic kill. All because our raid leader refused to change our raiding schedule. So this, even after they cleared heroic, they're still doing normal and heroic with their 2 raid days. That's the problem we're doing here. Even a month after, we're still doing normal and heroic. That Titan Forge though, bro, you don't even know how good it is, man. You don't even know how good it is. We're fucking throwing LFR in there as well. We'll throw LFR in. We'll be fucking smashing that 985 gear, boys. We'll be top shelf. You don't even... Oh, you clueless. Clueless how to get your gear. Fucking split runs. Get out of here. Personal loot, LFR, normal, heroic, forever. Easy game. However, our core raiders, including myself, were desperately trying to move heroic to maybe Friday, right? Put it off the schedule, put it on the optional side, so we could get more time in Mythic. Many of the raiders couldn't really be asked doing normal raiding anymore, right? And we don't really want to do heroic anymore. However, every time we brought this up to Jax, the GM, he would say, when the officers and I decide to move heroic to a Friday, we will. Pretty much all the officers wanted to move heroic to Friday, to the optional raid. But Jax was somewhat of a prat, a dictator. And whatever he said goes. Classic. On this particular week, we cleared 7 out of 9 heroic on Saturday. And we only had the last 2 to kill on Sunday. We killed Avatar after 2 to 3 wipes. We had 2 hours, 15 minutes for my boy KJ. And then we could do some mythic. However, it was not to be. It was not to be. We wiped, and we wiped, and we wiped. Over and over and over and over on our boy KJ. Mostly just to, as you probably guessed, can anyone name the spell? Never forget that one spell, boys. That'll spell your doom. It doesn't matter how good you are, but it's so hard to manage. Wow. Armageddon. There you go. How can we possibly stand in that circle? How? My brain just doesn't compute. It's there. I should stand in it, but the DPS is over there. 1 + 1 no longer equals 2. It's all falling apart. With only 15 minutes left in the raid, Jax pipes up and gives his commands. So everyone who's under 750k DPS on that last pull, just leave the raid. I don't want to have to kick you. For context, our last pull had been 43 seconds long. 43 seconds long. Correct. We wiped before the first ads. Nice. As you must know, Shadow Priest doesn't really do that much damage in the first minute of the phase of the fight because we don't really get the ramp up going. However, on our more promising wipes, I would regularly have 95-ish percentiles and coming first or second on the DPS. Of course, on this particular pull, where Jax had issued his orders, I was only at 710k DPS, which is pretty normal for the start. I could have definitely gone as far as to message Jax, our prestigious leader, or perhaps to our second raid leader, Smooth Ice, to keep my spot in the raid. But I'll be totally honest with you, I couldn't really be asked wiping on Kill Jaden anymore. On what was supposed to be a farm boss. So I did as our prestigious, glorious leader Jax had commanded. I just left the raid, hearthed out, and left fucking Discord. As I've said, this was pretty much the routine for our guild every raid tier. And I've been close to quitting the guild many times. For example, in the Nighthold, I even went as far as to write my entire guild application to send out to other guilds. I never posted it. But I thought about it. I wrote it. But after that raid, it was really the straw that broke the camel's back. I'd known for a long time that my guild wasn't amazing, but I enjoyed being with them. They were my bros. All along, the only people that ever got logs over 90 were Yashi, Smooth Ice, and Sunder, another officer. Everyone else was under 60. I told Yashi and Sunder that it was time. I'm going to leave, either for a more progressed guild with similar hours, or I'm just going to quit raiding. Sunder said he had also thought of leaving, but thought he'd wait to see what was going to happen. Calendar invites for the next week's raids went out after the raid on Sunday. Jax has a thing about the calendar. He's not the only one, boys. Jax expects everyone to have filled in the calendar by Tuesday at the latest. When I logged in on Wednesday, I get a whisper from Jax. Do your calendar. I waited. How do we tackle this? I gave it a minute or two, thinking about it. And then I thought, well, we got to do it. Yeah, about that. I don't think I can raid with you guys anymore. I might leave the guild or just chill out here. I haven't really decided. I expected either some rage or intense questioning at the very least. But was surprised when glorious leader Jax just said, okay. And when were you going to tell me? I was going to tell you on Monday or Tuesday, but we weren't online at the same time. Okay. Yeah, I'm just super swamped with work. Uni? Yeah, pretty much just uni. That's all good, man. Don't worry about it. Good luck to you. That's all that needed to be said. Now, it says here, right? Now you're throwing me under the bus now. I want to point that out. You're throwing me under the bus. Because there's a big problem with what our boy's just done there. And the big problem is, it's a lie. Which makes the next statement very confusing to me. Side note, I took your advice, preacher. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I just said I was 19 and in uni. Luckily, I have a pretty deep voice and people think I'm 25 to 27. Now, he's actually 17. My advice is to tell the truth. Because there's no reason not to. And it gets you out of a lot of problems. When you start lying, you dig a hole. And you start crawling in it forever, trying to live up to the lie. Okay? So our boy says, looking back at it, I now know this to be the moment I fucked up. But for me, and the chat will decide, you think you fucked up for the wrong reason. The conversation was over. I was home free. But I felt I had to keep typing. So the conversation continued. Yeah, I just feel like I could be spending my time more efficiently. If I am gonna raid, I want to have something to show for it. You dumb bastard. You dumb bastard. One, you okay. So the self-cooking. It is indeed. It's the self-cooking. So our boy Jax goes, what? What are you saying? Yeah. I don't want to spend 2 hours wiping on a boss we've already killed and have to leave so you guys can kill it. So I'm either going to quit or I'm going to join a more hardcore guild. It took 4 sentences for your lie to come back and bite you on the ass. So hardcore. This did not make Jaxie happy. Jaxie's not a happy bunny whatsoever, in fact. It seemed, in fact, that Jaxie snapped. What the fuck? You just told me you had too much work. Now you're gonna join a more hardcore guild? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, okay, now we've got to backtrack and fix it, right, guys? Now we've got to backtrack and fix it. Well, okay. I don't mean more hardcore, right? And he puts it in speech marks as well. So this is like what he typed to the guy. I'm not saying more hardcore, okay? I'm not saying that. But I do want to join a more progressed guild that raids about the same as we do now, right? Oh, so you want to take all our gear, leech, and then join a better guild? You fucking maggot. Fucking maggot. Jesus Christ. Now I got angry, which you... Now I got angry. When the fuck did I leech gear? We used DKP. Why? Why do you use DKP? You caused the personal loot change. You know that, right? Why are you using DKP? Legion? Why are you doing that? Is there a website? Can I see the website? Do you have a DKP website? Whatever. I'm moving on. Whatever. Are you some kind of Yashi wannabe? Want to go to some better guild? No, I'm no Yashi. No, bro. And he broke out the bros at this point. Bro, no way, mate. No way. It is so bad. Is it so bad, right? Play the victim. Is it so bad that I want to join a guild that kills more bosses for the same amount of rating? Is it so bad, right? I really, look, Jax, I really didn't want it to go this way. After all, we've been bros. We've been bros who have raided together for over a year. We're good bros, aren't we? Right? Are we good bros? Go fuck yourself. Pretending to be the good guy, you fucking maggot. Jax. You wanted to leave the guild then? Fine. He kicked me from the guild. Dude, bro. Dude, bro. Really? And what are your alts names? Oh, I remember. Jax then kicked some of my alts. Good luck joining that more hardcore guild, you fucking maggot. He blocked me. We haven't spoken since. Meanwhile, I was on Discord with Yashi while this went down, and he got a little giggle out of it until he also got a message from Jax. Stop manipulating my raiders' heads, Yashi. Jax then removed Yashi from Battleswag. And at this time, I was the one having a bit of a giggle. Yashi had left the guild on good terms. So I kind of fucked that up for him. But I found it kind of funny at the same time. I sent Sunder and Smooth Ice an in-game mail, keeping it regulation, telling them what had happened because both were offline at the time. And they both replied with something along the lines of, and this is what I really don't like, and you guys need to be the judge here. They both replied with something like, oh, Jax had another bitch fit. Did he, though? Does anybody think Jax is actually at fault in this story? Be the jury. Convict or let go. Yes. Do you think so? It says the maggot. I'm never wrong. He just doesn't like maggots. No, you lied to him and got caught out in like 3 sentences instead of just being straight up. If you'd have been honest and said, I am not doing this heroic bullshit anymore with my time and just farming heroic endlessly. I'm not doing that, so I'm going to look for a better guild. Good luck, goodbye. If Jax had been a dick to that, sure. But to have people think that Jax is being a bitch in this situation, I can't agree, boys. I can't agree. I say no. I stand tall and I say no. I will not bow down to your version of this story. I refuse. After that, 4 or 5 core raiders stopped raiding, including Sunder. So Jax told Smooth Ice that they probably wouldn't be able to go into Mythic this tier, but that together they could rebuild the guild so that, and I quote, we can return it to its former glory. Smooth Ice pretty much told Jax to go and fuck himself and proceeded to get kicked from the guild himself. After that, I told my boy Smooth Ice to join my new guild, which he happily did. I still sometimes see Jax advertising in trade chat with casual weekend raiding guild looking for experienced DPS with an item level of at least something ridiculous to fill our raiding team for Antorus. Feels bad for Jax, man. I don't know, dude. That story leaves a sour taste in my mouth. It really does. It leaves a sour taste in my mouth because I think our boy Jax got mistreated there. At least in this instance. We're not saying that Jax may have been a terrible raid leader. In fact, he probably is. That's just science. But I don't like it. I feel he's been mistreated, and I feel it's bad. Now, we're going to finish on a sad one. Because I'm defending guildmasters today who I feel have been unfairly treated. This is the tribute to the unfairly. We need a guild name. We need a girl. And 2 boys. And a guild name. Based on a dick joke. If you guys can manage that. I hope you guys can manage that. I hope you girls can manage that. Alright, Sarah, you're in. Sarah's in. Good shit. Let's get Sarah. The Turd Burglars. Not really a dick joke, if I'm being honest with you. We'll have Jambird. What's up, dude? And Lotsar. Super. Lotsar. Now this is mutiny. We're having a mutiny, boys. We're all outlaw rogues today. Peaches and cheeseburger. The cheese chompers. The long dong silvers. Perfect. The long dong silvers is perfect. What do you want?
Are you live?
I am live. I'm doing driver time.
Can you charge that up?
Go. Thank you. Okay. The long dong silvers will do nicely. They will do nicely. I think we're going to be good out of that. Sarah, Jambird. And of course, Lotsa. Hope you're all good sports. Okay. I once again need your judgment and jury, ladies and gents. I need it. Greetings to Preach and Company from across the pond, Team USA. It's the Saturday night show. I imagine we've got quite a lot of Team USA here. Can I get a cheap pop like Mick Foley? Anybody here from America? Yeah? We got some Americans in the house? I discovered your YouTube channel a month or so ago. Welcome, new friend. And I've been loving every minute of Drama Time. And a lot of your other content. When I can find time to watch. My story is relatively positive outcome. Yeah, USA, USA. USA. Now, I question the term relatively positive. That sounds subjective as fuck to me. This story has a relatively positive outcome, which seems to buck the trend of your typical Drama Time story. Does it though? Does it though? These guys can decide. These guys right here. You see all these guys here? There. These guys right here. They'll be they're the judgment. I'm like the I'm the gavel dude in the middle. I will not be the judge. I've had an on and then off again relationship with WoW going back to the Burning Crusade days. I started raiding in Wrath of the Lich King and moved my way up from a half cesspool, half raiding guild. What does that mean? Half cesspool, half raiding guild. That's just a cesspool guild with a raid team. Into serious heroic raiding by the time Ulduar was released. No, not that guy. You know what I mean, Plasmaggy. It's only the British. I don't know. That guy. He just mediates. I'm that guy. I went back to graduate school during ICC and never got to kill that icy bastard. Something I regret to a certain degree to this day. Ah, what a pisser. You missed out just on Arthas? What a pisser, that sucks. I returned to WoW a few months after the launch of Mists of Pandaria, not long before they released the Isle of Thunder. I was highly skeptical of the lame panda theme, but I was there for the raiding and not the pandas. In the time since I had left during Wrath, I had dabbled in a few other MMOs and gotten my wife into raiding as well. So we immediately looked to join a competent raiding group. The challenge is that we're both still in graduate school and could not afford to devote large amounts of time to progress raiding. We wanted to have our cake and eat it too, which meant we had very few options. So we're looking for a guild that doesn't require a lot of time. The Speaker! Speaker of the House. That's what it is. Speaker of the House. I'm that guy. There you go. Octalis knows what I'm on about. We ended up finding a guild. Okay. We ended up finding a guild that was working on heroic content, but not on the bleeding edge of progression, right? This was fine. Neither of us needed to be world or server first raiders. We started to get to know the guild, farm some loot from Hoth and Terrace, and settle in. It became apparent very quickly that the guild leader, Sarah, wasn't really, let's say, at the heroic raid level, right? Let's be kind. She's just not quite a heroic raider. Now remember, this is Mists of Pandaria. This is back in the day, so heroic is the top stuff. But Sarah's not quite, you know. She's just not quite there. It's our poor Sarah. I logged on one night. I was immediately whispered by Jambird, one of our better raiders. He asked me if I could keep a secret. What's going on, Jambird? So, we're gonna take the core best players and we're gonna make a new guild. That's unusual, isn't it? We'd like it if you came along too, you know? Well, this is a twist. Needless to say, I was immediately thinking to myself, for fuck's sake, I've only just found this guild. What the fuck have I gotten myself into? Really? We're doing this already? I've been here like a day. So I shouts over to the wife who's in the kitchen. I'm like, wife, put that in the sandwich. Come here a minute. What do you think about this? This Jambird guy's gonna leave with all the best raiders and whatever. You know, usual shit. What do you think? Yeah, I want mayonnaise on it. Ask me some dumb questions. Get out, I'll decide. So, we decided, we quickly thought, all right, well, we're here to raid, so we should go with the raiders. That makes sense, right? It makes sense. We liked the raiders, sure, they were nice. So, yeah, okay. I should note that Jambird was one of the most soft-spoken, relaxed, level-headed raiders I have ever known. Had it been anyone else who would have started this little coup, I would have been much more hesitant to jump on the drama train. So I asked Jambird, so what's the story then? What's the game plan? As it turned out, every single raider, aside from me and my wife, who was still new, Absolutely fucking hated Sarah and her stupid, bitchy voice. She wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. She was mostly competent and capable. She wasn't even the raid leader, so I didn't care too much. But apparently her and Lotzar, the real raid leader, just didn't get along at all. Damn it, Sarah. We organised a secret meeting. We're having a secret meeting, boys. We organised a secret meeting for that night. On voice chat. Every single raid. Who fucking gives me a phone during a live show with it switched on? What a bastard. We got every single raider, minus only Sarah, onto voice chat to discuss what we were going to do. After a while, with a bit of poking and prodding, everyone slowly admitted that the only issue that everybody seemed to have was Sarah, and Sarah alone. We had a good raid group. Everyone got along. Our raid leader was solid. We were making decent progress, and we liked everybody else who was in the guild. It was just Sarah and her stinking hairy feet. Things had gotten to a point between Lotzar, our raid leader, and Sarah that he was no longer going to be around if she was around. We decided the next raid, maybe we should just have a chat with Sarah and let her know how we felt. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Now, wait, before you all pass judgment, just wait. The conversation started about as well as you might expect, but it took a rather unexpected turn that left me sitting at my desk in amazement as to what happened. We opened calmly. Sarah's in the chat. We're doing this. It's time. The cards were all laid out. Our issues, our grievances were presented in proper, mature fashion. Sarah was informed that she was hated. Jesus Christ. And that the raid group did not want her around anymore. I want to point out here, my wife and I abstained for all this as we were very new and didn't have strong opinions either way. We just wanted to raid. Now, this made Sarah cry, which is a surprise if you all gather round in essentially a circle to tell somebody that you hate them. Sarah started to have a little cry. And ultimately, she jumped on her own totems. And she made the declaration she would rather leave the guild than break up this group of friends that had become a raid group. Aww! Right? Feels bad, man. Feels bad. That's fucking terrible, though. That's really bad. Oh, my God. I was shocked. Because to this point in my gaming career, having tried to avoid drama as much as possible, the couple of rare occasions when shit hit the fan were usual drama things. Bank theft, public character assassinations. But to witness this ambush was so bizarre. All I could do was stare blankly as this team of people went into excessive detail about why they didn't want Sarah around anymore. I don't think any of us going into this had expected such a mutiny. But it was happening, and it was happening right in front of me. I was snapped out of my stupor when the message showed up on the screen. Lotzar has been promoted to Guildmaster. Quickly followed by Sarah has left the guild. I just want to point out, Lotzar in chat is loving this. Like he's the captain of this mutiny. Oh, you bastards. We decided victory was had. We changed our guild name to Long Dong Silvers. And we went on to have a very successful 10-man heroic group through the rest of Mists of Pandaria. Lotzar ended up leaving before the end of Throne of Thunder to join a more progressed guild. What a fucking surprise, Lotzar. You massive bastard. You giant bastard. You led the mutiny of the guild. And then shortly after, you fucked off. fucking feels preaching vanilla, man. Feels preaching vanilla. I did the exact same thing. It's a terrible fucking situation. And you caused it, Lotsa, you super bastard. I took over the guild in Raid Leader and the main tank. We had a... I would love a definition from you guys. We decided that our guild would be based under a relaxed hardcore approach. Our relaxed hardcore approach. We got 14 out of a 14 heroic in TOT and 13 out of 13 heroic in Siege of Hogramar. Relaxed hardcore approach. All right, you guys don't know it, noobs. Such noobs. The long slog of Siege of Hogramar really wore on our group, and trying to keep our roster full towards the end of the expansion, it just burned me up. I stopped playing before Warlords of Draenor, which seems like a wise decision in hindsight. Not really. The rating was really good in WoD. Everything else was pretty crap. However, Yogg is my favourite fight in all of WoW, and I'm starting to get the itch to poke around in another old god in BFA. Time will tell whether I make it back or not. That is my little story, and I hope you enjoyed it. So, for a Saturday drama, I presented you with 3 stories that have arguable conclusions as to who is right or wrong. And I leave it to you guys. Most of you seem to side with me, though. Most of you seem to side with me. But it's not that easy, is it? Because a lot of these guys do feel hard done by. Like something happened to them. The first one, sure, pretty easy. But 2 and 3, I don't know. You have delivered. I think so. I like presenting some morally ambiguous stories that you can have a little think about at least on a Saturday. I have done Voldoom. Yes, I have. I have done Arrakis, Dune, Desert Planet, or the Cursed Earth, as I like to call it. As the Cursed Earth. I don't like the sentence poke an old god. It makes me think of tentacle porn. As will Stormsong Valley, which has Hentai Mountain in it. Hentai Mountain. I would love to do one more hour, but I'm going to spend time with my wife because she goes away again tomorrow. She goes away again tomorrow, so I can do some extra work next week. So it's the kids' half term, which is why my wife has been exiled to the Cursed Earth, to Voldoon in many ways. My wife is taking the kids so I can get more work done. such is the timing. Many of you will be glad to know, though, we have managed to alter the holiday that I've had booked for 2 years. If you don't know this, some context. Don't miss my 1 year. I won't. For some context, we booked a holiday to Team USA 2 years ago. All right, 2 years ago, which was booked for the 15th of August this year. You can't make that shit up, can you? You can't make that shit up. But we have managed to adjust it now, so it'll be just after PreachCon, and I'll be back in time for BFA. But yeah, we had a holiday booked 2 years ago that happened to fall on the 15th of August. Motherfucker. Oh man. Late night streams? No, I'm making the next big video next week. That's my game plan. That's my game plan. But I will be back on Monday. If you want to collect your heroic skins from Kil'jaeden, be around. We'll be streaming that from probably Wednesday. We'll be finishing Silent Hill 2, Monday, Tuesday, most likely. Depending on when we finish that, we'll have a lot of WoW. And then Wednesday, Thursday is when I'm doing the big video. So Andy's going to be doing all the skins and getting anything he can for any mods that you guys might need before BFA. All right, that's the game plan we have next week. And then probably starting Silent Hill 3 on Friday, providing nothing happens in BFA, such as perhaps a second piece of Azerite armor. Fingers crossed, boys. You never know. You'll never know. But have a wonderful Sunday, ladies and gents. I'm going to spend Sunday with my family before they leave me again to me and my dog existence. Other than that, thank you for tuning in this evening. Have a great time. Thank you all. Thank you for the sub. And a happy 1 year anniversary, my friends. And I leave you with this tribute for everybody who's ever hit 1 year. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you very much.